I've talked before about how therapeutic kittens and puppies are, but what about this kind of puppy? Stay tuned, you're going to want to learn a lot about this dog. Hi, I'm Wendie Pett, and this is Visibly Fit, and I am so excited to be with you today. I have a special program, as you can tell. Before the show started, I said that we have talked in the past about how therapeutic kittens and puppies are. But what about these kind of dogs? Because these aren't just dogs. They are wolves. Right, Dave?
That's right.
This is my buddy Dave Coleburn, and he owns Predators of the Heart. And we are in Anacortes, Washington, near the San Juan Islands. And Dave has an amazing sanctuary here. And these are pups, and they're wild. This one is Willow, and what, 12 weeks?
12 weeks old.
And how old is this one?
9 weeks old right now.
I mean, still has that puppy breath and everything.
Yeah.
They're so adorable. And how much do they weigh? Because they're already pretty heavy.
Well, this Willow probably weighs about 25, and the little one there weighs about 15.
Okay, all right.
So.
Well, tell me a little bit, Dave, because I'm fascinated, of course, by Predators of the Heart and what you're doing here, this amazing sanctuary. Tell us a little bit about your heart behind it, what you're doing. I know you've taught at churches and schools, and you just have such a heart.
Predators of the Heart started about 20 years ago, and we were doing school assemblies. And what we would do is we would go in and we would talk to the kids about drugs, alcohol, murder, and suicide, and we would use the predators and talk about how the predators stalked and killed their prey, and then we would talk about the predators stalking our kids. And it went over really, really big, and so we did that for several years. And since then we've kind of transitioned a little bit, but we still do a lot of church work, and we still do a lot of work about conservation, education about the animals, because what we found out is that we would relate it to sin, how sin separates us from each other, it separates us from God, it causes spiritual death and physical death, and there's only one way to get forgiveness for your sins. So we would use that as a springboard to talk about Christ, and we still do that, but we do more of the conservation education now.
Awesome. Well, my husband and I, as you know, we were here earlier and just blown away. I mean, you have 29 wolves, Dave.
Right.
Are you seriously 29 wolves? How do you do this?
That's like 27 too many, I think.
27 children.
Yeah. Every day is like a potential disaster here. So you always have to be on guard. You know, there's fences underground, perimeter fences, electric fences, and we're inspected, and you have to be on top of it all the time.
Sure.
And wolves are so smart; they figure out everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the way that you raise them up so that they can interact is by weaning them from their mother at what age? Like 8 or 9 weeks old?
We take them from 10 days old.
Oh, wow.
Before they open their eyes, they have to be with us, because if you leave them with a mother past that time, your chances every day get slimmer and slimmer of being able to have an animal that will interact with you and be tame. Because they're so hardwired the way God has made them, they really bond hard to their mother, and then they learn the ways of the wolf instead of the ways of, the gentler approach.
Right. And you not only have the wolves here, but you have other just animals that were just going to be thrown out, more or less, right? I mean, some people that couldn't keep, like you have a monkey up here that you just got. You have all kinds of reptiles. You have owls. You have, you name it. You've got cougars. Tell us about the cougars.
Yeah, we actually have 5.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have 5 cougars, and they are amazing. And a cougar is probably the most perfect predator on the face of the earth. And the Bible says Satan's like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And when you realize how powerful those big cats are, it really just changes the way you think. Now, a cougar is 10 times as strong as a man, and it's stronger than a lion or a tiger pound for pound. It's America's great cat. They say they can jump as high as 20 feet and out 40 feet off a 60-foot cliff, land on their feet, and drag a 600-pound moose up a hill. They got powerful claws, and they feel like a piece of steel with fur wrapped around it.
That's
but
amazing.
They are amazing, and
look at you with them. You can just nuzzle up with them like best friends.
Yeah, well, we have been
That's
together.
That's not normal, is it?
Once you've been together with all these years, and every year, every night I go in with a bucket of meat and a flashlight and feed them and take care of them, and so we're just all good. And sometimes I sleep with them.
You sleep with the cougars?
Yeah.
Okay, wow, Dave, you're too much. You're braver than I am.
Not really. It's just what we do, right?
Yeah.
We all do what we do.
Yeah, and you know what? I do love your heart behind Predators of the Heart, because you do give spiritual analogies whenever you're teaching, and whenever people start to see God at work through His creation, right? So and you are able to show how awesome our God is, not just through the creation, but to remind them of the Creator.
Right, exactly.
Himself.
We come to worship the Creator, not the creation.
Right.
And it's so important that we convey that message, that as spectacular as these animals are, that God has made them, and He's made them with a purpose and a reason. And it's just, that's the message we want to convey, is that, if you think these animals are great, just think about Jesus. That's great.
Exactly.
The animals are created creatures from Him, but He is the Creator.
Absolutely.
So He's like the real illustrator of light. He's the King of the Kings and the Lord of the Lords. And one day when He comes back and they make war with Him, nothing will stand. And that's who He is. He's that powerful, and He can change a heart. He can change a life, and He can grant you eternal life.
Yeah.
And that's a deal you won't get anywhere else.
That's
forgiveness for your sins and eternal life. No one else can offer you that except Christ.
I love it. Preach it.
Yeah,
I love it. This is a preacher's kid right here.
Yeah.
And you have the heart of a preacher, and I love that, because this is a tool. We all have a gift and a talent, and God gives us tools to glorify Him, right?
Right.
And so this is that opportunity for you. But I love what you're doing. It's raining. I mean, this is live
this
TV.
Is Washington.
This is like Washington, right? This is why everything's so green and lush. But do you have any stories of maybe how the animals have really helped you maybe overcome any kind of emotional hardships, or because they have such healing power?
We have people come here all the time, and believe it or not, we hear stories about marriages that were on the rocks that have been changed just by coming here and hanging out with the wolves. And
That's beautiful.
I don't really understand all of that, how it works, but we hear it time after time again. Or guys with PTSD that come here, and their wives write us and say, hey, we don't have any money, but we want to come, and my husband wants to do this, and it's life changing for some of those people.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't understand it. I don't understand why we were doing a program over in Moses Lake, where there had been a terrible murder of teachers, and this kid opened fire and shot teachers and kids, students, and we went there and did a school assembly for them. And afterwards, we did a night program for the adults. And a couple things happened at night there. I was complaining all day long, and we have to drive like 200 miles to get here. It's snowing, it's cold. I got my 13-year-old daughter is the only one that's helping me load the truck and unload the truck. And so we're set up for the night people, and the people all come in at night, the adults. In the back of the room is a man with a torn coat, tattered, like it's taped up with duct tape, and you can tell he's really poor.
Sure.
And he comes to the door, and the lady says, well, it's $1 to get in, and it's like $1 donation. And he said, well, I don't really have it, but I thought it was free. So they said, well, come on in anyway. So he came in, sat down, and halfway through the program, he got up and he walked out, and he came back about 15 minutes later, and he reached in his pocket and he pulled out a handful of change.
Aww.
And he said, I want them to have this.
Oh, Dave.
And he didn't have
so
anything.
Sweet.
I know. And
That's sweet.
so we see people like that, giving and sacrificing, and their lives being changed. And so towards the end of the night, the room just filled up with people, and we didn't know where they were coming from. But one of the guys that had been there at our meeting, he says, my wife's at a company party tonight, and I didn't want to go because I'm an alcoholic. And instead, I went to my AA meeting, and I got these guys to come and help you. And so we didn't have to load the truck all by ourselves. And it was just, so you see, like,
God's working.
We can touch people,
Absolutely.
with whatever gift God gives you, if and so we have seen so much of that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and so we just do what we do down here, and we go with animals, and we'll show them how an alligator snapping turtle lures fish into its mouth, and how we get lured into behaviors that are destructive, or how
right, that deceptive lure,
yeah,
right?
or how a big 18-foot python will wrap around somebody, just like sin wraps it around us, and there's no escaping it without Christ.
Right.
And once they have you, and once you've been bit, it says we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So we've already gotten it, and there's only one cure, there's only one anti-venom, and that is through Christ. Jesus. Yeah. And if we don't have that, there is no hope for us, right? No, without Christ, there is no hope.
That's right.
So,
well, it's beautiful what you're doing here.
So that's, and it's harder and harder all the time,
Sure. But, well, I just know that God is using you, and this is ministry, and I know you know that too, and that's why you've done it for so long, because it is your heart to share His love through His creation. And so I'm just I'm grateful that we stumbled across you, literally. And I just pray that God will use this and continue to grow this in such a way that other people will be blessed. And you have a website, and it's a nonprofit organization. Right. So what is your website?
It's
so people
predatorsoftheheart.com.
Predatorsoftheheart.com. Yeah. So I highly encourage you. This is a humble man, and I just highly encourage you, if you have a heart for animals and a sanctuary for not just people but animals that actually help people through their life and their own wounds and that kind of thing, then go there and donate. I highly recommend that. But there's a couple of famous wolves that have come out of here, right?
Yeah. Several that have been used in motion pictures and
so tell us
games.
about that.
Well, I know that the movies they've been in are not movies that I go to see. Right. So I've never even seen them before. And I've mentioned them, like the HBO series and things that they're on, and the games that their relatives are participate in. I would feel like kind of let's just put it this way: some of the best trainers in the world and some of the best movie guys in the world have our animals, and they use them. So awesome. That's all. Okay. Well, we don't have to say what they are. That's okay. But there's some famous wolves that come out of this sanctuary, and Dave is an awesome man, and I highly encourage you to come out and see the sanctuary and see what he's doing. And I know that these wolves have just blessed us, and it's been so much fun to play with them. But thank you for being on the show. Yeah. You want to bring out a couple? Oh, okay. Let's do that. So yes, let's do that. I'll go get them. Okay, we are back, and this is Cocoa, and okay, hi, and this is Max, and these are wolves licking my face. Yeah, this does not happen every day, does it? You guys are amazing. Okay, all right, these are like big dogs. So Dave has obviously trained these wolves. You don't want to go out and just pet a wolf in the wild, because they will take off your hand in a heartbeat. But amazing creatures, and can you hear the others howling in the background? He has 29 wolves. They are something to see. So make sure you come out and check out Predators of the Heart, right? Have you ever told anyone, go walk it off? Well, it turns out that's great advice. It's great for you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Hi, I'm Wendie Pett, fitness and wellness expert and creator of the Visibly Fit exercise and wellness system. With Walk It Off Now, it's a 6-week walking workout program. You'll get 6 weeks of online videos right to your email inbox. You get an ebook, a walking journal, plus access to my private Facebook community to keep you accountable. So what are you waiting for? Go to walkitoffnow.com and join me. Welcome back to Visibly Fit. I'm your host, Wendie Pett. I hope you have enjoyed the first part of the show. It was so much fun to have Dave and his wolves, all 29 of them. And I was fascinated because Dave feeds his wolves once a day. Now, that would be kind of nice, right? If someone just kind of threw food to you, you didn't have to think about it, but that's not reality. Reality is that we have to plan and prepare and think about our food. And really, who wants just raw meat thrown at you? That's kind of gross. But we want healthy, good, whole foods, and we have to prep in order to eat healthy and well while we're on the go. And as you can tell, I'm in my car. I just pulled in, and I've got errands to run today, and I'm a little hungry. And so what do we normally go to? We go to maybe like fast food or the gas station to grab something quick. But if you're prepared, then you don't end up grabbing the wrong things like that. So I always have in my console, I have a little Tupperware
of nuts, seeds, and a little bit of dried fruit. Like I just have banana chips. Okay, these are low in sugar, about 7 grams of sugar for a fourth a cup. So no big deal there, but they're nice, they're crunchy. It kind of helps fill that void of that hunger. I've got raw almonds. Raw almonds are great because they've got a filling mechanism in them that actually makes you feel fuller longer. It's a great source of protein, healthy fats, and of course fiber. I've got seeds like raw pepitos, which are pumpkin seeds. I just kind of throw whatever in there and fill it up as I need to. But you want to be careful not to just keep, eating. You just want to have just a small little handful, like maybe just like the size of your palm. And think of nuts and like just dried fruit more as a condiment rather than a meal. But here's the deal. Most people tend to reach for the healthy protein bars or healthy granola bars or whatever they want to call them. And I'm not going to show you the names here of the brands, but these are what people usually reach for. They reach for something quick and easy that's packaged. And basically, these are like glorified candy bars. They're not healthy for you. They are a bad reach, okay? So I really want to encourage you to start sticking with more whole food and start preparing. Start taking your snacks with you so that you don't reach for the wrong things or be duped into eating something like this that starts out with, first ingredient is organic brown rice syrup. Hello, that's sugar. So that means it's loaded with sugar. In fact, 19 grams of sugar. And it's got 40 grams of carbohydrates. I mean, these are glorified candy bars. Cane sugar is like the third ingredient. So just sugar, and loaded with soy. And we really want to stay away from soy protein because our body does not digest it very well. And it's in everything. It's overly abused. And a lot of it is not organic or non-GMO. So this one here is another glorified candy bar. Now, while the ingredients are better in the sense that their sugar starts out as dates. Dates are a natural fructose, right? It's a fruit, so that is good. But then you keep kind of reading down the line here, and they've got, cocoa, chocolate, chips. They've got, I do see sugar in here, but it's like the fifth ingredient. Sea salt, and a little sea salt's fine every now and then, but we really want to stay away from the sugar, the unhealthy fat, and the salts, because that's what we tend to gravitate to and become addicted to. So anyway, plan, prepare, and then you will be good to go whenever you're out and about doing your errands. Take nuts, seeds, and some dried fruit. What about those times when you're on the go and you're not anywhere near your car where those nuts and seeds were? You better have a snack with you. Now, I always take a snack with me and put it in my purse. I plan for the week, actually, and prepare little grab-and-go baggies full of vegetables. This may seem a little silly and a little elementary, but I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver. When you are going from store to store, or post office to the mall, to the grocery store, whatever, instead of grabbing something that you don't want to grab and eat that's unhealthy, you've got something right at your fingertips. And this is chocked full of vitamins and nutrients. This is what your body wants. It wants vegetables. So this is a great grab-and-go thing to prepare and to bring with you everywhere you go. Now, you may say, oh my goodness, seriously, Wendie, I feel a little, conscientious about what people are thinking when I'm eating vegetables. Well, seriously, offer them some vegetables. This is actually, you're being a good role model, and you're maybe hopefully planting a seed for them that they too could eat healthy while on the go. So be that change agent in your kind of sphere of influence, and take your snacks with you, because it really will make a difference. People are watching, and this will fuel you best for the rest of your day ahead. So I'm back from running my errands, and I'm back to the grind, back to the office. And how many times have you been at work and you're like just so into what you're doing that you almost skip lunch? Don't do that. Don't do that. That is not what your body needs. Your body needs fuel so it can think and become more productive. But you need to have the right foods. And so when you prep, just like with your snacks and when you're on the go, those grab and go veggies, you want to bring the right foods with you to fuel your body best, and so that you don't reach for the wrong things. Like how many times maybe someone at your office is like, hey, Susie, say your name's Susie. Hey, Susie, you want me to get you a pizza, or you want me to get you a burger? And you're like, yeah, because I'm working through lunch. Don't do that. Just plan and prep for your week, and then you're going to be good to go. So for me, I pretty much put salads together for the week. All right, this is my salad for today. It's simple. It's kale, cabbage, sunflower seeds. I've got, what else do I have in here? I have apple, just kind of anything that I throw in my salad becomes my salad. Sometimes it's like whatever's in the refrigerator, right? Because I don't want things to go bad. But a lot of times I'll make like salads in a jar, and I'll prepare like 4 to 6 of them at a time. So before I leave for my day, I can just grab the salad and go. Now today I also have a bean burger. Now this bean burger is awesome. I've already I prepped them all, made them, and froze them, but you can take out an individual patty at a time and then just warm it up as you need to. So I'm ready to go. This is a perfect meal for me. I'm getting my greens, I'm getting my beans, I'm like gonna be satisfied, and I'm gonna be nourished so that I can be productive. So when you prep and plan for your week, you're gonna be better suited for your day, and you're not gonna grab things that aren't going to be healthy for you. So plan and prep. That's the whole key to this message, right? Plan and prep, because it will do your body good. Not only do we need to eat best so that we can be best productive in our day, but sometimes we just need to like take a big deep breath, clear like the emotional stress, and just take a big and exhale out, right? It's also going to give you some energy to the brain. It's going to give your body more oxygen, and your blood is going to pump more efficiently and effectively throughout, and you're not going to get that sluggish kind of feeling in your day. But also, sometimes you just need to stand up. You just need to stand up, get up from your desk, take a walk around the office, do some calf raises, right? Work against gravity. Do some squats right by your desk. I'm in heels, so I can't do it really effectively here, but squat right there by your chair. Do some squats. You can do some push-ups off the desk. Kind of just do something to get your body moving, because the more you start to move your body, the more productive your brain will be. So you can even do 60-second cardio bursts, okay? I've showed this to you before. You've been watching Visibly Fit long enough that you know I'm not all about like working out for an hour. It's all about doing small little increments into your day so that you can get in your workout in your busy day, but also keep that metabolism revved up and burning. So I've showed you these before, but I'm gonna show them to you again because I love them and they're powerful and I do them all the time. But just punch outs as fast as you can go and then reverse, right? So do something like that, like 15 seconds forward, 15 seconds back. Do that for 60 seconds. You will be amazed at all of a sudden the energy that you have, the more clarity of mind that you have to be more productive. So sometimes you just have to change your state of being so that you can be more productive, right? Like I said, from sitting to standing, from standing to sitting. A lot of people are standing doing their work. That's awesome. But you also need to work against gravity and bend a little bit too, okay? And start doing some calf raises, working against gravity. Now, I know sometimes it's hard to remember to eat, like I mentioned before, or to remember to get up, or to even sometimes remember to take deep breaths. My husband, okay, I'm gonna rat on him for just a minute. He actually sets his alarm, breathe. I'm serious, it pops up on my alarm and I'm like, breathe, and I think it's brilliant. You know, he wants to remind himself to take deep breaths. And I wanna remind you to do the same. If it's something that you need to be really consciously aware of, don't be afraid to set your alarm. Set your alarm to get up and walk around the office. Set your alarm to do a 60-second punch out, because again, it's going to help you become more productive. Hey, we have so much more when we return. Stay right where you are with Visibly Fit. Have you ever told anyone, go walk it off? Well, it turns out that's great advice. It's great for you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Hi, I'm Wendie Pett, fitness and wellness expert and creator of the Visibly Fit exercise and wellness system. With Walk It Off Now, it's a 6-week walking workout program. You'll get 6 weeks of online videos right to your email inbox. You get an ebook, a walking journal, plus access to my private Facebook community to keep you accountable. So what are you waiting for? Go to walkitoffnow.com and join me. Hi, and welcome back to Visibly Fit. I'm your host, Wendie Pett. I've been showing you throughout the show, actually it's been a variety show, hasn't it? But I've been showing you a little bit of things that you can do in your life that could be some positive change. And I know that sometimes we think change is hard, right? That tends to be the adjective that we put with it. But I want to encourage you to start thinking of change as it's just different. It's not hard, because if we always put the word hard on it, then we probably won't do the change, because nobody likes to do anything hard. It's just different. So it becomes more of a mindset piece than anything. When we start to change the way that we think, then we can start to change the actions that correlate for our best health. So it got me thinking about Isaiah 43:19. And it says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a new way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." And so there are always new ways to change if we'll just open up our mind and open up our eyes to new healthy ways that we can change our health, right? Mind, body, and spirit. You know, Visibly Fit is all about those three, right? Mind, body, spirit, and even emotions, because they're all tied together. But when we start to perceive change as different and doable rather than hard, then change starts to happen. Now, I have a coaching group that I do that actually is phenomenal. It's a 7-week program. It's called Get Visibly Fit. And I have had women that have gone from being diabetic to no longer being diabetic, from being on high blood pressure meds to no longer being on high blood pressure meds, cholesterol meds, no longer. It's just been amazing. And the like icing on the cake is that I shouldn't use that as an analogy, should I? But icing on the cake is that they have released unwanted, unhealthy weight and have more energy and more life and just vibrancy than they've ever had in years. And so it's just so exciting. I want you to hear what Bonnie said recently as I interviewed her. I have the pleasure of hanging out with my friend today, Bonnie Clementson, who is just awesome. And she just finished and completed my 7-week Get Visibly Fit program. And we're about to do like a wrap-up reveal here on video, because I haven't even had this conversation with her yet. So I'm so glad you're here. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I feel great.
I know. You just have blown me away these last 7 weeks. And I look at all that you've accomplished, and you're down 20 pounds and 20 inches, Bonnie.
I know. Yeah.
20 and 20 in 7 weeks. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's been 7 years since I've been there. So I'm excited.
That is so exciting.
Yes.
You need to hold up a measuring tape and look at how much that is. I mean, that is, okay, good.
I have a measuring tape.
You got one right there.
Wow, 20 inches. Wow.
Yeah, see, that has been released from your body, Bonnie. Is that exciting?
I've gone down 3 pant sizes.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 7 weeks.
Yeah, in 7 weeks, 3 pant sizes. I'm glad I kept my smaller pants, because I dug them out of my closet. I'm like, wow. Yes.
Okay, now, so get rid of the larger sizes.
I am going to do that.
Be in your closet.
Yep, I am going to empty my closet. Yes.
You're awesome. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for sharing, and blessings, my friend.
Okay.
Isn't Bonnie adorable? Seriously, she is so darn cute. And so she is proof that you're never too far gone, and it's never too late in your life to get started. Change is doable. Change is just different. It's not hard. She is proof of that. And so if you want to check out Get Visibly Fit for yourself, go to getvisiblyfit.com and you'll get more details, and you can check it out there. But I so love spending this time each and every week with you right here on Visibly Fit, and I hope to see you same time, same place next week.